Aloha, Hawaii Prepper. Now, I've been taking some time out. I've been detaching and unplugging from all the chaos that's going on. I'm well aware of what's happening, not just in my neck of the woods, but all over the place. And what I'm doing is taking care of myself, self-care, making sure that whatever I intake does not overwhelm my entire senses, because this does happen to us, whether we realize and or recognize it. So I feel for myself, perhaps you might feel the same way, that it's very important to take the time out to get away, to turn off everything, turn off your devices, and don't overwhelm yourself too much to the point where you're going to panic, you're going to get stressed out, you're going to, get anxiety and all of those things. It's not worth it. It's not worth your well-being and your wellness and your health. Take the time out to relax, to enjoy life, to spend with your family, to take a hike, go out in nature, take a vacation, staycation, any which way, you feel that you need to, just rejuvenate, re-energize your senses and your energy, because I know that a lot of things that are going on now can really get the best of us. And that's something we don't want to allow. We don't want to give away our power to things that will spin us in drama and just create more confusion and frustration to us in so many different ways. So what I do is I just completely unplug. I don't watch any of the prepping channels. I listen to relaxing music, to the binaural frequency music that has so many different tones of healing for not just the mind, but the body and the soul and the spirit. So it relaxes me, it calms me, it brings things back into perspective and clarity, and balances me, gives me that sense of balance and alignment to all there is. And I don't lose myself in everything that's going on, because that is so possible for all of us to lose ourselves with all this chaos that's going on right now. And the thing about all the chaos is that it's going to continue, and it has been continuing over the decades. So the only constant is what's going on. We can see it as good change, and or we can see it as not so good change. But things need to take place, need to run its course, whether we like it or not. I prefer not to resist change. As change is presented and unfolds in front of me, I just observe it and be in that space of neutrality at all times. And that way I can see how much it has a control over me and my senses, my emotions, my mentalness, all of those things. So I just unplug from it all. I detach myself from everything, yet keeping myself aware of what's going on, the prices, inflation, the burning down of all these different structures, you name it, everything that's going on. It's just too much. It's just too overwhelming for us to get wrapped up in and so intensely involved in, and that we literally lose sight of ourselves. We lose sight of everything. And we have to regain back that clarity of ours and bring ourselves back into alignment and balance with all there is and everything that's going on. It is a process, but it's doable. I just prefer not to get all hyped up about a lot of things, because a lot of things are sensationalized, and a lot of gossip, a lot of rumors. Nobody truly has the truth out there. Everyone's going off on everyone else's news. So despite whoever says that they hear this or that and they have reputable sources and you won't believe the email I got and all yada yada, to me it's just whatever, because if stuff is going to happen, it's going to happen. Okay, it's just going to bam, it's going to happen. But things are like at a slow burn, and knowing that things are at a slow burn, this gives everyone the opportunity and advantage to prepare, to do the things that you need to do, to gather up the resources, supplies, essential emergency supplies that you and your family needs. So during this time, you can do all of these things despite what's going on. That's why focusing, balancing, having that clarity, and observing things and being neutral about things comes into view for all of us, which is really important. That will help us to focus a lot better on the task at hand, what we need to do, what we can, what we cannot do, what's out of our control, what's in our control. We can get more skills, read more books, build on our knowledge here so we don't need books, and practice these skills as well. But do your best not to get overwhelmed by everything, because it takes a toll on everyone, and it creates so much stress, unnecessary stress, that we all really don't need. And so I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know, take that time out, unplug. You don't need to make videos 24/7 every so many hours. Like I see a lot of these channels making videos every so many hours. I get it, they want to inform you and I and everybody else, but everybody else, you and I, will need to do our own homework and research as well, and not just take these channels at face value for what they're saying. Yes, they've been doing the homework, the legwork, the research, so we need to do our part as well. But take that time out and get the much needed rest, get the much needed relaxation, calmness coming into your entire being, and that way you can alleviate a lot of the stress that is just spinning out there. You don't want to be caught up in the overwhelming stress, overwhelming drama that's going on. I refuse to allow anything else on the outside of me steal my power, because I value my power highly, and to me it is my currency. And if I choose to spend this currency haphazardly, I know what the consequences will be. So I don't need to spend it haphazardly, and I'll just stay in that neutrality space, yet being aware of everything that's going on. So guys, take the time out, decompress, de-stress, and try your best not to raise that blood pressure of yours. It's not worth it, because there are things that we can do and there are things that we cannot do. There are things that are out of our control, but there are things that are also in our control, collectively as well as individually. And so yes, this is all I wanted to talk about. Detaching, unplugging, getting back to you, and restoring your wellness and your well-being, and getting back to nature, hiking, getting back with your family, doing the things that matter the most to you during this time. Garden with the family, yard work, everything with the family. You can incorporate all of your preparedness skills and your preparedness categories alongside with your family members as well. And so take care of yourself and be good to yourself at all times. Aloha.